I'm enraged, I'm jealous, you feel lifted, I feel fucking dead.
Tell us more.
And I don't know how to make anybody give a shit.
What's deadening you?
I'm in a situation at home now where I'm living with Ethan and the kids because Valentina had to go to Miami to be with her parents. And I got very sick. And who am I going to call? But Ethan. And he took care of me and he took me to the hospital. And I was in my room for 4 weeks. They cooked for me. They took care of me. Now I'm out and it's as if I don't even exist. Nobody wants to talk to me. The kids are enraged. Ethan wants nothing to do with me. Valentina is enraged that I'm here with them. She wants me to go to Miami. And I don't know what to do. And I feel stuck. And I'm furloughed. I have no work. I have nothing to do all fucking day.
It sounds like to me that there's a lot of people that care about you, right? Valentina's calling you, asking you to come visit her. Ethan's taking care of you. We're here trying to talk and connect with you. It sounds like there's a lot of people out there that take care of you, but maybe you're just comfortable with feeling dissatisfied.
What are you feeling, Tilda, toward me?
I think I'm at conflict with how I feel because everyone is owed their space, and you shouldn't compare your life to anybody else's. Hardship is hardship no matter what it looks like. But I'm also like, just look at the positive in life, girl. And as far as COVID's concerned and quarantine, all that, we're all in the same boat, you know? So I don't know.
So you are angry with her, Tilda.
Okay, I'm angry at you. I think you could really... Because I think you milk your shit sometimes. I think you just like take a breath, take a beat, and just, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't. You make things worse because for attention. Because if things weren't bad, maybe we wouldn't pay attention to you.
Maybe you're pissed that we're not paying attention enough to you. Maybe you're jealous because I know how to ask for shit, or at least I attempt.
All right.
What do you need that you're not getting, that you're projecting your shit on me, Tilda?
Probably.
I am miserable and I'm owning it.
I mean, okay. I'm miserable too and I'm owning it just in my own way.
So why don't you share with us, why are you so miserable? What's going on with you?
I think I'm just shutting down these days.
Say more, Tilda. What's shutting down?
I don't see very much hope in the world. I don't see very much hope in myself. I'm tired. I'm like the most tired I've ever been. And I don't know how I'm going to get that energy back. And I don't like talking about this because, yeah, maybe you're right, Karina. I just don't, maybe I'm jealous that, you're honest with yourself. And I'm too scared to like, be real with how I feel because that might put a big fucking rain cloud over everything.
There is a big rain cloud right now.
Yeah,
there is.
Rebecca, as Tilda's talking, do you know what you're experiencing? She's having trouble figuring out what's happening to her.
I'm in the same boat. I'm really confused and overwhelmed and sad, pissed off, lonely. I'm so grateful you guys are around. It make me feel less alone, but I also feel like these Zooms are awful. They're fucking awful.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's not satisfying. It's not actually sitting across a table from somebody, having a cup of coffee or hugging somebody or just sitting in our group.
I haven't been touched in months. Have not had so much as a single touch. I mean, I didn't realize how important that is. I feel you.
I know you do. I mean, I've been touched, but yeah.
Привет! Мы с вами смотрим второй сезон и вторую серию сериала. На этом моменте я остановилась, потому что мне хотелось прояснить и показать, что мы здесь видим. Две участницы, которые проясняют свои чувства и углубляются в них. И как через боль, через сопротивление можно остаться здесь и сейчас и понять, что ты чувствуешь внутри, как ты это испытываешь, что вызывает эти чувства, не избегая, не убегая от них, как это часто происходит в жизни, а понять, быть в контакте с самим собой и со своим внутренним миром. Это важно, это очень помогает понимать себя, других и окружающий мир. Смотрим дальше.
Tilda, have you stopped going to the rallies?
Yeah. It became something that I don't like align with. I was at Occupy City Hall and it just evolved, or rather devolved, into something pretty gnarly. So I got out of there.
Were you sleeping there?
A few nights, yeah, or more than a few
Wow.
nights, yeah.
Wait, Tilda, I'm so proud of what you're doing. I really am. Your generation gives me so much inspiration, and I believe in this. But I will say that a part of me is just very, very worried about you specifically. And I mean, you are immune compromised.
Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, I got on a work thing for a sec. What have you been doing, Tilda?
I was at Occupy City Hall for a period of time.
Oh.
And
Oh, wow.
Pam's worried about me because I'm immunocompromised of HIV. So
Yep.
I'll admit that part of me, I think, was feeling a little nihilistic, or just kind of like, fuck it. Like, I want to, I don't know. I have to be real with myself. I know there's other ways to be active, there's other forms of activism.
Yes.
Tilda, I have not been going out and actively protesting, which has made me feel kind of crappy. Mentally, I've been there, of course, and this is a moment in history for Black and Brown people.
Could you say more, Stuart, about how you made that choice?
It's COVID, especially seeing the cases rise and the disorganization of how it's being handled. So yeah, activism just isn't marching and protesting.
Yeah. I think something that's really prevalent right now is guilting people or shaming people into thinking that your form of activism isn't the right one, or isn't, I don't know. I think there's a lot of pressure to march or to occupy or whatever it is, to be out on the streets. I don't know. I'm kind of sick of all of the pressure people put on each other with it.
Pam, was that an emoji you just put up?
Yes, it was. I was just trying to decide on.
I would invite you, every time you feel an urge to put an emoji up, translate that into language. If you say something about it rather than putting an emoji up, we'll all know something more about you and about what you're experiencing in the moment. So that thumbs up. What were you saying to Tilda? Could you put it into language?
That I was in agreement without trying to interrupt her.
Oh, well, this is New York. You're invited to interrupt.
Маленький нюанс, но мне кажется, он очень ценен и важен. Как терапевт останавливает группу, когда одна из участниц показывает на своем экране смайлик, эмоджи. И не просто так он останавливает. Ведь каждое наше чувство, эмоция, действие, они словно на автомате проскальзывают и бегут дальше. И мы даже не замечаем, про что это. А вот такая вот остановка и подумать, а почему сейчас мы именно такой смайлик решили послать кому-то в СМС или показать на группе? Почему мы именно это чувство почувствовали сейчас? И этому мы учимся на группе. Остановиться, подумать, что происходит здесь и сейчас, с нами, внутри нас. Ведь от этого мы проявляемся во внешний мир. Смотрим дальше.
I get it, Tilda. To your point about like what is performative, right?
Yeah.
And I like when this first started, I was like posting, and I'm not like a Instagram story person, but I was posting like 12 stories a day. all about like social justice. And then I started asking myself, like, why am I doing Instagram?
Right.
Like, what about that is for my friends to see and for my friends to see that I check that box? And what is like actual work? Like, how many phone calls am I actually making? How many donations have I made? Like, what am I actually doing? I know social media is important, but I get that there's a part of it that it makes you feel good. It makes you feel woke. It makes you feel like a part of it, And that shit's icky. Yeah.
Clickbait activism. It's been getting on my fucking nerves. But I understand the pressures for it. Yeah.
I just want to say to Tilda's point that a lot of that pressure that was on me was self-inflicted. And I had, and it's great what you said. I agree that no one should pressure anybody to be like, hey, because you're not doing this, you're not a part of this historic moment.
But Stuart, my experience has been that on social media, the people who are sort of like policing how people are active are white people.
Yes.
And it's my white liberal friends who are telling me how I'm supposed to react to this moment. And they're telling me what books I have to read and what this I have to do. When, guess what? I didn't just learn that racism started yesterday. Sorry, I have a lot of anger about this because I feel like all these people are having this realization that racism exists in this country. Since I was 2 years old, I heard people tell my dad to speak English, So there is no realization about this moment. There is no like, I've gone to the protest because I really felt that I wanted to, but it's so crazy to me how it's still white people who are judging us or telling us how to be active instead of shutting the fuck up and letting us lead the fucking charge for once, Like, sorry, I'm getting really heated about this.
But there's something about having your white allies who are the ones that are actually gaining knowledge, and they're excited about this knowledge that they're making sure to push it and to preach it, because they're the ones that we need to tell the other white people who are just thinking that racism has just popped out of nowhere, that it's been here. Because it's sometimes you can't receive information unless it's coming from somebody who looks like you. So, man, thank God that they are reading and that they are fired up about this.
I agree with that. I just don't think that I'm not okay with them then going on Black and brown people's pages and saying like, you have to be out there. You have to read this book. That I see it all the time. And that shit is infuriating. And I'm sorry, I'm like throwing my anger at you, but obviously I have a lot of feelings about this.
Why do you keep apologizing, Manny?
Because I'm Catholic.
Why apologize for your point of view?
That's a really good question, actually, Doc. I've been thinking a lot about why I apologize for my point of view, and I think it has a lot to do with this moment in time.
Не знаю, заметили ли вы, но важно отразить, что в этой серии очень мало мы видим и слышим терапевту Эзра. И это неспроста, ведь группа находится достаточно в глубокой рабочей фазе. И когда группа приходит к этой рабочей фазе, то это как бы естественный процесс, что терапевта становится меньше, а самих участников больше. Это как в семье с маленьким ребенком. Сначала его родители участвуют много в его жизни, контролируют его, подсказывают, помогают, поддерживают, беспокоятся. Когда ребенок растет все больше и больше, у него появляется больше опор, он понимает больше про себя и про окружающий мир, родители его потихоньку отпускают во взрослую самостоятельную жизнь. Также и на группе. Сначала терапевт больше заботится, больше вовлекается, больше комментирует, больше научает, как взаимодействовать, как чувствовать, как понимать себя. А потом как бы уходит на второй план и становится в роли наблюдателя, вовлеченного наблюдателя. Продолжайте смотреть сериал. И надеюсь, что он вам нравится.